Getting emotionally attached to your painting. My name is Gabor. Welcome to my channel. This is something we battle with. As the years go by, if you do this, if you've been doing this for a while, you learn to kind of let go of your paintings, because you do have to sell it. It could be a financial thing too, and we just don't want them sometimes piling up either. So you need to let them go. It's best to have others, have it and hang it on their wall, enjoy it, in my opinion. Like this was a piece painted outside from life. So whatever I paint from life, that definitely has more of an emotional attachment to me than something in the studio. Not to say it doesn't. Studio pieces are important too. I'm just saying, because I stood there for like hour and a half, 2 hours, and explored the area. I have a lot more emotional attachment to paintings that were from life. I can look back at my old crappy paintings, and I still know what was that painted, where it was painted, because I spent intimate time with it, right? So there's an emotional attachment by default that comes with painting from life. Even though it's not a good piece, it has nothing to do with good or bad. It's just an emotional attachment that you have with a painting. And this could happen in the studio too, right? You can have a studio piece that you worked on for months on end, or gosh, I don't know, maybe a year, or on and off you've been working on it. So you built up, you invested a lot of time in this too, right? And it's kind of like a love and hate relationship too. Like you sometimes hated that painting or didn't like it as much, and you pull it out after a month, and like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. I can kind of fix a few things in there. My advice is to continue working all the time, produce, and then you kind of look back, after a few months and say, okay, those I like, I can live with parting these. I do like them or whatever. And there's, by the way, so there's nothing wrong with holding back some of them, and you should. I think it's a good idea. And some of them that you might want to hold back for different reasons. It could be because you might want to work up larger painting from it, if it's an outdoor piece. I'm talking about specifically an outdoor piece or plein air, which is kind of funny because it's like saying French fries versus fried potatoes, right? It's the same thing, but if we say plein air, it sounds better. Kind of funny. Yeah. So yeah, it's again, the more you do it, the less attached I think you might get, at least with me, to your paintings. And again, it's not easy to, well, some of them are easy to get detached. I want to throw it in the trash because I hate it. And some do become, they're just bad paintings, right? There's nothing that you can do like salvage it, but don't give up on it. That's another maybe podcast I can do on that too. Yeah, it's weird because when somebody makes a comment about your painting, it's very personal always. It's so funny because it becomes personal. And when I tell someone, if they would ask me, or they're touting it as a great painting, and I say it's really not a good one because of these reasons, and it's a very emotional thing that happens, right? And people get very emotional about their paintings because you created something from like raw paint and you worked on it, right? You're not just buying, like on YouTube I see people reviewing things, but they didn't make the thing, right? They're just reviewing it. So there's not a lot of emotional attachment to it. But when you're actually making something with your hand, there's a lot more personal attachment to it. Like this piece, it's a small piece, but I stood there in the wind and I had my dogs with me, and it was a beautiful place far away from home. And I think, and also people enjoy the stories that come with the paintings also. If you're purchasing a painting and you would hear the story behind the painting, it might not connect with you, but it's going to connect with someone too. So there's that part of it too. But actually I was watching something about vinyl records, and And this guy started talking about being emotionally attached to them, the story behind them. And that's why people collect those vinyl records. Some people, because they have a personal story. And I think we try to have it's an object still. It's a physical thing, and to have a emotional attachment to it, which can be a little dangerous, for sure. You don't want it to make it an idol, but it's kind of a phenomenal thing that happens with getting attached to paintings. It's one of the few crafts that you actually do it with your hand, and like a chef would make something, right? And people eat it, but there's got to be emotional attachment there too, because they worked on it, they put the food together, and that's pretty emotionally attached, even though it's food, we eat it. So yeah, I mean, it can be other crafts too. It can be music and literature. I'm sure writers can talk about this, but painters are like sort of the pinnacle of things, because people say, they use the word art a lot when they talk about other things if they're not painting, but art and poetry. Art and poetry are the two top things you can say. Within reason, but you're an artist or you're a poet. That's like the ultimate expression I think people make. Doesn't matter what field it could be. Which sounds weird, like if you're a computer scientist, say you're an artist or a poet, because it doesn't, people don't relate it that way, but it is at some point. There is beauty in it, with numbers and all those things too. Yeah, I don't want to ramble on, but this is my take on do not attach yourself too much to your paintings. Yeah, just leave comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share, and I will see you next time.